Ooh, how you doing, guys? Day 8. Day 8 of my 60-day pallet flipping challenge. So yesterday was mad, crazy. I'm actually on day 9 at the minute, but I'm just talking about yesterday that was day 8. Alright, so it was on the back of my scam on day 7 where I got scammed. And here's the crazy thing, I'm going to do a video on this. I think I might have caught the scammer. I've been doing some detective work, and the photos of the products and stock that he sent me on email, I spotted something on one of the photos that might have given away a clue on where this guy is located and possibly where he actually works as well. I'm just pursuing this at the minute, so there's a very good chance that I have caught the scammer and I'm going to get my money back. So I'll put things into action. I'm going to do a separate video on this if it pulls off. All right, but anyhow, yesterday, we made £550 profit, which is what, about $750 on some water, some bottled water. Never big money in flipping pallets of water. It's like transporting fresh air. But the lucky part about that deal is, number one, the buyer is collecting the goods from the location, so we don't have any transport costs ourselves. And I just literally offered like a lump sum. I didn't offer a price per bottle. I just offered a lump sum for the quantity. I offered £200 for the stock. £200 for 9 pallets of stock that's going to expire very soon, in a few months. And we sold it on to a wholesale company, a wholesaler, who's got to sell it on again, and then their retailer's got to sell it on again. So not big profit margin, but it's like a 500ml bottle of water in the supermarket sold in a pack of 12 is like £2. It's like £2 retail for a pack of 12 500ml bottles. Hey Jacob, how you doing? Mad week. So we got basically around 50p a pack of 12 for this water, and then the wholesaler will sell them on again to a little retail person. They'll probably sell them for £1.50 a pack or something like that. Anyway, it was £550 profit, and here's the mad thing. One of my students, Alex, he actually found the buyer. He found the buyer. And when I got the details off him, here's the funny thing. When I got the details of the buyer from him to arrange, the logistics and everything, of course, I knew the buyer. I actually started my career in the surplus business with this buyer 30 years ago. I knew the buyer. It's actually it's a new owner of the business now, but the original owner of this buyer of this business was my mentor. They taught me the business. They taught me everything. But the guy that my student sold it to, he's the new owner of this business. I don't sell to them, so I let him do that. I let him sell the goods. It was a little bit of profit. What else happened yesterday on day 8 was that I emailed in the morning. I emailed about 400 companies, and all of them were companies that offered me surplus from last year, from 2023. And I was just reaching out to them on email saying, Happy New Year, how you doing? Have you got anything that you want to get rid of? Any surplus pallets of anything you want to get rid of from last year? That's what you do. You always reach back out to the businesses that offered you some goods from last year. And it just went, my email box just went mad. I got like 40 to 50 offers. I got about 40 to 50 offers come through. Some of them were some of them were from last year that I'd already been offered, that I can revisit and try and resurrect those deals. And some of them were just new deals, new offers. And actually, a few of my students I got quite a lot of offers through from my students in my coaching program as well that I'm working on. A few quite good offers. I'm waiting for samples on a big stock of gardening gloves. A big stock, like a triple pack of gardening gloves. There's about 34,000 packs of gardening gloves. We're coming up to spring, and people are now looking for. Here's the thing: we're like kind of like the back end of the winter, sort of the back end of the winter, but now is the time where people are looking for spring, summer type products. They're looking for them now in the winter to buy in, to start selling when spring starts in March, April. So some gardening, any gardening products are great to look for now, because people are starting to look for outdoor related products, gardening related products. Because once we hit February, people are going to be thinking of spending money on outdoor gardening products. It's mad how time goes by fast, and people are already looking to stock up. Retailers and wholesalers are already looking for deals on outdoor and garden related products already. It's crazy. One of my students found a good deal, and I've got about 5 or 6 interested buyers at the moment on 100 washing machines, brand new washing machines. 100 of them. Hey, who's that? I haven't got my glasses on, so I can just see George. How you doing, George? So one of my students, Jacob, in Poland, and here's a cool thing about being in this business, guys. You can be anywhere in the world and find deals in other countries. You don't have to be in the country where that deal is located. My student Jacob, who's in my student Pamir, who is in India, doing this business. He finds a lot of deals in the UK. So he's basically reaching out to businesses on email, to a lot of businesses in the UK, but he's located in India. And I can reach out to businesses in America, or I can reach out to businesses in Europe, and Eastern Europe, or wherever. It doesn't matter. So you can come into this business and you can look for surplus in any country, apart from like China, and we don't sort of look for deals in those countries. It doesn't work. But Pamir in India, he's found like 100 brand new washing machines that I've got 5 or 6 buyers interested. We're just waiting for some video clip of the actual stock. So anyway, going back to, so I got about 40 to 50 surplus offers in yesterday, and just so many offers coming through. So I put together my weekly list of, I put like a weekly list of offers together that I send out as one big list to all my buyer connections, like my main buyer connections. They get a list off me each week with all my deals, all my surplus deals, and there's 43 surplus deals on this list. And all I've been doing, obviously I'll be explaining it in day 9, but all I've been doing is been putting these offers together. When we get an offer through from a seller, from a supplier, we are then putting that into an email, making it presentable and easily read. Product name, quantity, packing details, location, retail price, and attach some photos, maybe an Excel list of, if it's a list of stuff. We're just putting all the relevant details together that I can offer out to my connections. Does that make sense? So, if I'm being offered some of this takeaway food packaging, I would put an offer together on email of this product, what the product is, how many, how it's packed, how many pallets there are, where they're located, not like which town or city they're located or country, and all the relevant details. And then I'd take some photos of these and I'd attach them to the email. Then I will email this offer out to my specific list of buyers who are actively looking for deals on food packaging. However, my weekly list of offers, like I just mentioned, I've got 43 surplus offers. That goes out to my main lists of buyer contacts. There's probably there might be about 500 people. It goes out to about 500 people, mostly across the UK, and maybe a few overseas. And these are people who are very general in the surplus business. They are just general traders. They are just looking for a deal on anything. They're not bothered really what it is. They're not very specific on what they're looking for. They're just, they'll receive a list from me, numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 43 deals. And they'll just reply back, can I have details on deal number 5, 10, 13, 18, whatever. And I'll just email them back the details on each offer. And then, some of them are actual buyers. So some of my buyers are like proper buyers. They will buy the stock and bring it into their warehouse. Some of my buyers are online retailers. Some of my buyers are wholesalers. Some of my buyers are exporters. They are looking for a deal that they can export, maybe to Africa or wherever. Some of my buyers are surplus companies like me. That's the crazy thing. So obviously, a lot of my good customers are other surplus companies like me, surplus businesses. Some of them have their own warehouse, who will buy off me and they will bring the goods in. A guy who I sell to, for example, he's got his own wholesale business. He's got a big warehouse, and he also runs a big auction. He's got a big auction business, so he auctions off pallets of goods, and he's got his own customers. You see, so yeah, a lot of my good customers are other surplus companies with their own customers. Does that make sense? And then some of my buyers are brokers and middlemen. They are like me. They are a middleman as well. So I'm offering them some goods, and then they are offering those goods to their customers, their buyers. Okay, so like I've said before in previous videos, sometimes there's a couple of middlemen in the middle of the deal. You've got the seller, you got the buyer, and there might be me in the middle with another middleman. There might be a couple of us, brokers or middlemen, whatever you want to call us. We are the guys in the middle making that deal happen. And sometimes I offer goods out to another middleman because he's got his own network of buyers. All right, I'm just piggybacking his network of buyers. That's all I'm doing. I don't mind. He's making some money. I'm making some money, and his buyer's going to make some money as well. So yeah, and yeah, that's what basically I did on day 8. I've been now I've got my pipeline that you've probably seen the video on, where you're building a pipeline. I've now got a stacked up pipeline, which is what you need to have in this game. You need to have a big pipeline filled up with offers all the time. That is the secret to the game. When you've got a lot of offers, like I've got now, like nearly 50 offers, I know I'm going to do at least a couple of deals from that list. But each day, that pipeline is changing. Some of them are coming out of that pipeline because they're a waste of time. The seller just might not be negotiable on the price. Is not very motivated to get rid of the stock. So that big pipeline that I've got, I'm going to be pulling out some of those offers and just putting them aside. They're no good. I might revisit them and go back to them in a few weeks or a few months. But as I'm pulling out offers from my pipeline that are no good and a waste of time, I'm adding new ones into my pipeline because I'm getting new offers coming through each day, aren't I? I'm getting new offers, and the reason why I'm getting new offers coming through each day is because I'm reaching out to my network every day by email. I'm sending emails, bulk emails, to my network of different lists of people, all right, different lists of businesses that might be related to a specific product or industry. They might be old connections, they might be businesses I've already done business with. You know, they might be my connections from LinkedIn. Lots of different, right? So like a spider's web of a network of connections, all right? I've had a few offers. I've had offers nearly every day this week in LinkedIn Messenger, and that is the power of LinkedIn. All right, the power of LinkedIn is that it's so underrated, and the reason it works so well for us guys in the surplus business is that when we are connecting with people on LinkedIn, think about it. Who gets messages in LinkedIn from people trying to sell you something? Me, all the time. Who gets phone calls from people all the time trying to sell you something? You know, businesses trying to sell you this, sell you that. We are reaching out to connect. We are reaching out and connecting with people on LinkedIn to buy from them, not to sell to them. We are offering to buy their surplus goods. So when they get a message from us in LinkedIn saying, we're interested to buy from you, have you got any surplus goods you want to get rid of, any slow moving, you know, any cancelled orders, any excess stocks, you know, anything in your warehouse that you're looking to you know, get rid of. Well, they're thinking, oh, someone wants to buy from us. You know, that makes a change. Someone that's not trying to sell us something. So, as I say, the advantage in our game, in our business, is that when we are reaching out to businesses, we are trying to buy their surplus. We are trying to spend money with them. All right, we're trying to buy from them. We're not trying to sell them anything. You know, we're not trying to sell them whatever, insurance or, you know, currency or crypto or like, you know, all sorts of investments or whatever. You know, I get bloody phone calls all day from people trying to sell me stuff. That drives me mad. But no, we are reaching out to businesses, offering to help them out. We are offering them a service. We are saying, look, we can help you with your surplus goods. We are offering a high value service. You've got goods in your warehouse that you're stuck with. We can find a buyer for those goods. Send us the details. We'll help find a buyer for those goods, and we'll do a deal with you on those goods. And, you know, we'll pay you up front, and we'll even collect the goods as well from you. So, you know, LinkedIn is powerful. It's so powerful. As long as you are consistent on LinkedIn, as long as you are consistent, you will make money from LinkedIn by connecting with people every day. Connect. Always be connecting with new people every day. And all your existing connections on LinkedIn, you want to be pulling them out of LinkedIn. Meaning you want to be getting their email address from their LinkedIn profile and pulling that into email software so you can email them away from LinkedIn. because it's impossible. If you've got thousands of connections on LinkedIn, it's impossible to message them all in LinkedIn Messenger, because you can only do it one by one by one by one. All right, so I use a virtual assistant. I use a VA who builds me lists of all my LinkedIn connections. She builds a list of all their email addresses, and I just email them in bulk, 100 at a time, and like basically away from LinkedIn, I'm emailing them my email letter saying, we're connected on LinkedIn, how you doing? Are you okay? I just thought I'd email you and see if we can do some business. So there's no point being proactive on LinkedIn if you're not bringing your LinkedIn contacts out of LinkedIn into email softwares so you can email them. All right. Otherwise, it's impossible to keep in contact with all your LinkedIn connections, because that's the hard part about LinkedIn, is that if you're building thousands of connections on LinkedIn, it's like virtually impossible to keep in contact with all of your connections on LinkedIn. The only way you can do it is by getting their email address or contact details and emailing them outside of LinkedIn in using bulk email software. So you can email hundreds and hundreds of them at a time. And I've got thousands of all my email LinkedIn contacts all on email. I've got all their email addresses in my email software, so I can email them in bulk every few months, just to keep up with, just to keep in contact with them. There's no point connecting with people on LinkedIn if you're not going to keep in contact with them. It's a waste of time. And that's the big mistake that a lot of people make. They don't keep in contact with all their all their LinkedIn connections. So that is the secret. That is the trick with LinkedIn. You need to bring your contacts out of LinkedIn into email and be emailing your LinkedIn contacts, so you can keep in touch with thousands and thousands of them through the year. Otherwise, it's very, very hard. And also, be proactive daily on LinkedIn, posting stuff. Posting that you're after surplus stock, that you want to buy surplus stock. Do it every week. Do it a couple of times a week. And, that's why I obviously get seen, because I'm very proactive and consistent on LinkedIn. And there's no excuse, because you can get LinkedIn on your phone. And I'm sat on my phone on LinkedIn on a night when I'm watching TV, making connections, answering messages, scrolling through LinkedIn, liking and commenting on people's posts, making my own posts. I can do it all just sat on the settee with a cup of tea, watching TV. I can do it on an app. There's no excuse to be proactive on LinkedIn. No excuse. All right, guys. So that was day 8 and end of the week. So yeah, we're definitely heading towards £7,000 profit so far into day 8. Even though I lost some money on a scammer, which was about 500 quid. I think we're around £6,500 to £7,000 profit in the first 8 days, guys. So I'm going to be back on day 9, which is going to be, I will do day 9, because day 9 is actually today. So you will see day 9, but day 10 is going to be Monday. And then I'm going to be obviously doing all next week. And then this time next week, in 7 days' time, I'm going to be doing it from Tenerife. All right, Tenerife Island. I'm going to be still doing my 60-day challenge, but I'm going to be on holiday in Tenerife for 7 days. But I'm going to be continuing my 60-day challenge. And you're going to see, obviously, am I going to do any business? Am I going to make any money whilst on holiday in Tenerife? And I'm going to be doing everything from my mobile phone and see if I can make some money, all right, while sitting in the sun. So that will be interesting. I've done it before many times, sat by a pool, flipping some pallets off my mobile phone. It's easily done, guys, honestly. It's easily done. So I will catch up with everyone Monday for day 10. You'll probably get day 9 over the weekend. Catch you soon. Have a great weekend. Take care. All the best. Over and out.